Hello Reformers and welcome back to Bannermen and our campaign. I am actually really wanting to get back into this because it's been a long time since the previous episode. Do apologize for that if you were waiting for it, but well, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes I must play other things, and I actually do want to protect our wagons. As you can see right here, we are tasked with defending a couple of wagons, and we're going to see how we do. Let's start the mission.
There are 5 wagons of supply heading our way. We must protect them from enemy attacks. I've heard that some of Prince Aris's men are still out there.
Alright, yeah, well that's fine with me. Let's get some knights out already then, shall we? Wait a minute. Do I not? Oh wow, okay, yeah. So apparently I don't have any... Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do this. I guess some spearmen? And we'll get some footmen. I guess we'll get a whole bunch of footmen as well. So this is going to be interesting. Not entirely sure how this is going to work, but I guess we'll try it. Just going to try and hotkey everything. I'm not going to really use any of the units from the workshop, I think. Not a big fan of the units from there. And we have to go and secure them? Oh, okay. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take Lord Berrien, and we're going to take a whole bunch of units. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to rally all of my guys over to where Lord Berrien actually is, so that anyone that actually spawns outside of these things actually will go immediately to his location. I don't think they will attack by themselves, which is a big problem. Okay, kill them. Yes. You must win, Lord Berrien. Very good. It seems like he is winning relatively well. Very nice. Good work. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be... I think this is going to be pretty easy, but I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to do it with limited amounts of resources. So I'm not entirely sure if we can find additional resources, or maybe we will be given a base a little bit later on in the progression of the mission. But we'll see, because this is obviously kind of a new thing for us, because we haven't really had a mission in quite a while where we haven't actually had an actual base to get our resources from. So this is going to be interesting. Anyway, I do have a little bit of extra wood still, so I guess we will get some archers. Why not? Let's get some archers, and let's get one more footman, and I believe that is all I am able to get, unfortunately. Oh, it does seem like we are able to get a couple of these, though, so that's nice. Let's kill that. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so that is, I think that is definitely secured now, so we don't need to worry about that any further. So now I have to go over here and see if I can secure the other one. I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to throw 2 at me in the last little bit of the mission. I assume that's probably going to be it. Ah, there we go. Supply wagons. Okay, I'm a bit dumb. Yeah, they are going to give you the they're gonna give you the resources, so that's pretty amazing. We're gonna get an upgrade for the knights here, just literally because I want my knights to try and survive as much as possible. I feel like they are probably going to be the linchpins of our army here, because they are just so incredibly difficult to kill that that's definitely going to be the one thing that we want to survive. Because the footmen, they're going to be pretty easy for people to kill. As you can see right here, we actually have a couple coming in from here. I'm going to need to get some more footmen here, actually. Yeah, this is a bit problematic, isn't it? Yes, this is very problematic. Kind of the reason why I should probably leave a couple of people in the base itself. Let's not attack that. I don't really mind if we even lose the workshop. Losing the workshop for me is basically... I really don't care about that, to be honest. I think that that's perfectly fine. Let's send them both to attack now. We're going to just try and play very, very, well, very carefully, basically. Very carefully, very watchful, making sure that our units are, you know, protecting the caravan and the wagons relatively well as our base, of course. As you can see, we are now being attacked from up here, which is pretty bad. But hopefully we will be okay. They're actually destroying my academy at the moment. I'm not a big fan of that. Thank you very much. We're losing a couple of footmen up here as well, but that is to be expected. Maybe I should keep Lord Berrien up here and just take everyone else to roam around, because Lord Berrien can very easily handle basically anything that comes at us. So maybe that would be an idea, but what I would like to do is once this supply wagon has been basically delivered, I'm going to get huge amounts of archers. That's basically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get a huge amount of archers, and we are going to take the rest of our forces and just put them down here, basically. Just put them down here. Going to hotkey them to 1 with Lord Berrien, and then we're just going to hotkey a whole bunch of archers over here. There we go. Let's get a whole bunch more. And there's a knight. We probably want to put a knight here as well, just to give us a little bit of a meat shield, just so that if our archers do get attacked, that they are going to be protected as much as possible. So far, this seems to be going pretty easily, but you know how Bannerman can be. It's going to be one of those times where we may very well end up in a pretty difficult situation, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're just going to put every single rally point around here as well, so that any additional units that come in, they will be used to protect the base rather than anything else, because we have a pretty significant army right here. I mean, we got a bunch of footmen, and we got a knight, and we got Lord Berrien himself, which is obviously going to be able to, well, do a lot of damage. He'll be able to do quite a lot, so don't really need to worry about him really, failing to protect anyone here. Oh, this is a bit problematic. I'm going to use my special ability here. Going to use Berrien's special ability, should I say. Oops, and I actually just made a bit of an error there. I made an error to, select every single unit in the army, because that's something that I tend to do, and that is a pretty bad habit. It's a pretty bad habit of mine, because there is a very easy way of commanding your troops if you are just, completely outmatching your opponent, and that is, of course, to use F2 or F1 or whatever, whatever key you bind it to, and basically you can just make it so that it targets your entire army. And Protoss players know a lot about this. I'm not gonna go there. But the point is that in StarCraft, or at least in StarCraft 2, Protoss players are known for doing that. They're known for doing the, A attack move, sort of thing. And I don't have anything against them. I actually used to play random all the time, and yeah, I think that was actually really fun. But the point is that that's generally how I might play if there are, if there's enough enough units and enough of an advantage on my part to, secure the victory, basically, so that I can just basically go, select all our units and then just murder everything in our path. That's basically it. Anyway, I'm going to get fire arrows, because we have so many archers coming out here that fire arrows are really going to make a huge difference, and hopefully we will be able to get there in time to defend this wagon against these archers. And we are being attacked up here as well by spearmen. Oh, interesting. They're actually coming at us with some pretty hardy units, but thankfully our archers have some good DPS, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about it. And as you can see, that knight really came in mighty handy right there, because if I didn't have that knight right there, we probably would have had a couple of archer deaths, really. I mean, if you think about it, we probably would have had a couple of archer deaths, so that's definitely something to think about. Maybe I want to go for a ballista or something, but I'm not entirely sure about that, because let's face it, siege equipment against enemy units, probably not the best idea, is it? Probably not the best idea. So I guess we'll just go for another knight here, and maybe a couple of extra archers. And we're just going to take these guys around here. Can I actually... no, I can just tell them to hold. I can't tell them to, like, protect this thing and just walk along with them. They won't do that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to leave them at this intersection right here, and we are going to be attacked. Yeah, I thought that was kind of like the interval that they were going to do. So unfortunately, we don't seem to have fire arrows just yet. Let's move this guy away so that he doesn't actually die. Yeah, this is a bit problematic. Ooh, he actually took him out. Did you see that? That was really sneaky, but thankfully I do have that second knight that just popped out, so that's pretty nice. And how many have we done so far? Okay, this is the 4th one, so there is going to be one more. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. Let's get some more footmen then, I suppose. I don't have any resources for anything else. My academy is about to be destroyed, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but that's just how it is. Sometimes you just have to roll with it, roll with the punches. And in this case, roll with the huge amounts of flaming arrows and spears and all kinds of crazy stuff coming at us right now. So, yeah, thankfully my roaming army is still perfectly fine. They're still perfectly fine. So let's head down there with them, and we will now start to get. Let's get some more spearmen here. Get some more archers. I really wish I could get another training camp, because I would actually like to spam huge amounts of footmen right now, because that usually will sort out most problems. I think it's okay. I think we're doing alright. Yeah, we might lose this, actually. We might lose this particular wagon over here, which is pretty bad. Don't really want to lose that. So if we could just kill these, that would be nice. There we go, that's great. Okay, we just got to keep an eye on the minimap as well. That's obviously, basically RTS, you know, fast-paced RTS, should I say. Fast-paced RTS 101. Keep your eye on the minimap. Obviously, I'm not a, I'm not a pro player by any means. I'm not even an amateur. I'm just, you know, a casual. And basically, I've always been told, and people have always said to others, always keep your eye on the minimap. You know, make sure that the minimap is the thing that you're keeping your eye on most of the time, unless you're obviously in a fight and you need to micro or something like that. And that's generally because you want to make sure that you are as fast as possible to react to various threats. Like, for example, this threat right here coming up at the top. We need to make sure that we protect our forces as much as we can, and we want to make sure that we react to those things as quickly as possible as well. Anyway, I'm going to get all these guys under control too. There we go, and we're going to just get some more archers. Sounds good to me. And we're actually having a couple more coming in from down here. That's a bit problematic, but I think we should be fine. I mean, we're coming in with the last wagon here as well. I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't attack the wagon directly instead of attacking the actual camp, because attacking the wagon directly probably would have resulted in much more damage being dealt. And I'm actually going to select the entire army now, because we are all together here, and who knows, maybe the enemy is going to launch a final assault against us. That would make sense, you know, that would make sense, but they might not. No? No, they're not. I'm very surprised, actually. Really, really surprised that they decided not to do that. There you go, mission complete. Alright, so we are now into the Crimando Clash. Lord Berian and his bannermen have begun their march towards Vaskleon, the city that possesses the only known storage of Tyranium steel. To shorten the route, Lord Berian decides to march through Salai, but Prince Aris will not let them pass without a fight. Defend Prince Aris' army. No, let's not do that. Let's defeat him instead, shall we? Yes. Anyway, I have 2 skill points. What are we going to be speccing into? Well, it would probably make sense for us to spec into stun range. Why not? Let's do that.
So, we meet again. How do you enjoy your stay here in Crimando? You must be sweating like pigs beneath all that armor.
Don't worry, Prince Aris. We're on our way to Vaskleon. Let us pass and we won't bother you or your soldiers anymore.
On the contrary, Lord Berian, you and your remaining will stay right here. It's one thing to conquer an outpost, a whole other thing to face my entire army on the battlefield. Prepare to be destroyed.
Oh, I will prepare myself for victory. Yes, I will certainly do that. Now, I don't know whether you've noticed, but it's actually been Easter. Happy Easter to those of you that celebrate. Anyway, the point is, I don't know whether you noticed, but there's actually a little rabbit. And they've patched this in literally specially for Easter, and I'm actually going to be getting one, just literally because I never usually use the scouting hound or anything like that, but I'm going to be getting it literally just because it's a bunny, and it's kind of like a special little event. So I thought, why not? Let's do it, you know. And what I'm going to have to do as well is I'm going to have to build a house here. And let's actually just take a look at the map. Oh, I'm being attacked already. Oh, hello, that was quick. That was very fast. Okay, so let's get my Mr. Lord Berian over there shielded up. That's very nice. Okay, so let's continue to build some people here, and we should probably build a training camp relatively soon as well. There we go. All right. So otherwise, let's take a look at our natural expansion. So our natural expansion is right here, and that seems to be it. Wow, this is actually a really cool map. I like this map quite a bit. I think this map's really fun. So as you can see, there's a little Easter bunny. There is literally an Easter bunny. Pretty awesome, right? Yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, so as you can see, we have a variety of different locations for Prince Aris's troops. And I suppose I'm just going to be sending my bunny all over the place. Oh. Never mind. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. The Easter bunny did not perish very quickly at all. No. Yeah, I think it did, actually, so that's not very good. I think it met with these guys, so let's murder them as quickly as possible. And what we should probably do as well... Oh, apparently this is not eligible for any building, so that's absolutely fine. Great. I actually built a blacksmith. That's something I definitely did not mean to do. But okay, apparently I did it, so that's not very good, is it? Oh well. Okay, let's get a couple of people on here. There we go, and we're just going to continue getting some like that. Okay, so that house is fine, and what we're going to do now is we're going to take this guy down here and we're going to build another base. I'm going to try and expand relatively quickly. Obviously, this is not the greatest strategy to have, because generally, you know, when you're trying to play fast-paced RTS, a build order is usually pretty important, and I'm really bad at following build orders, so I generally just tend to do what I feel like at the time, which is not exactly the greatest thing ever, so probably not a good idea to follow me if if you're looking for tips and things like that, but you know, some things I say are actually fine, just not all of them. Anyway, let's get a training camp. Let's get one right at the top there so that they can reinforce our army relatively quickly. Let's get some melee attack, because I'm going to go once again for a footman heavy style as much as I can. Let's do a shield for Lord Berian. He's going to absolutely murder those guys, and we need to get another 2 of these. Let's just hotkey that. There we go. And Lord Berian's absolutely fine. That shield upgrade is doing so much work for us right now. It really is. Let's get this hotkeyed as well. Make sure that that is rallied exactly as we need it. And once this last little villager has been recruited, we're gonna re-rally this over to the gold mine so that we can actually start getting some more gold incoming for us. And this is also going to be done relatively soon. I would like to upgrade this ASAP, but I need an academy for that, so we're gonna have to do that. Okay, so we're getting some archers in here, which is, they're not gonna do anything. They're not really gonna be able to do much. So let's get an academy. Can I get an academy? Ah, yeah, I need a King's Court first. So let's get a King's Court first. Lord Berian's going to murder those guys. Or he's going to have some problems actually murdering those guys, apparently. Oh, well, never mind. And we're going to now start getting some more people. There we go. Let's get 2 more around there. And we're being attacked once again. Oh, hello. Wow, this is pretty harsh. They're attacking like no one's business. I think I need to go out and actually do a little bit of attacking relatively soon. So I'm going to need to take this guy, and we'll probably get some more training camps, shall we? Is this training camp? Yeah, it's a training camp. So let's get another couple of training camps. Like I'm talking about a bunch actually. Let's get a whole bunch of those. Let's just move these guys away so that they don't take too much damage, because we want them to survive, obviously. We want them to stay alive as much as possible. I'm going to just be upgrading our melee attack as much as we can as well, so let's get another rank 2 of melee. And I'm thinking maybe we should get some vanguards and things like that, but I always think that spearmen are just so much better, so it might make sense for us to just do that, or just ignore them completely. Who knows? Maybe. Really depends. Okay, so that's all done. So now we can start rallying both of the bases over to the wood right there. And let's just get these guys a bit more together there as well. I don't know whether to get any spearmen. Let's just upgrade them. I think getting some spearmen is going to be really important, but I'd like to go for footman and knight composition here, because I feel like that is going to be probably our greatest strength, because we're going to have people that are, well, shall we say, really strong in the form of the knights, and then we're going to have people that are just really quick, like the footmen, because the footmen are going to have the charge ability, or the ability that increases their speed, and that's just going to make all the difference to our efficiency and everything. So here's the problem. I am now supply blocked, but thankfully I noticed that. So we are now going to be building our houses. There we go. That guy's now done, and now we can actually build a couple more over here as well. And we should probably build another couple of training camps as well. Now that we have 2, I think that's pretty fine, but you never know. Maybe it's good just to have a little bit more. Let's use our special ability here just to get these guys out the way, because we do have another couple of spearmen coming in here. And these guys are absolutely murdering our footmen. Yep. Probably be a good idea to get some spearmen, wouldn't it? Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate, really, because I really wanted to go for that composition that I mentioned, but just doesn't seem to be that viable, unfortunately. Not right now, at the very least. Maybe we need to upgrade our armor and things like that. Maybe once the footmen get their speed upgrade or something, that might make more sense. Oh well, never mind. I guess, well, the footmen are very basic units after all, so can't really expect much. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to go and try and destroy one of their camps here, because they're being kind of annoying sending all these guys to us, so I assume that they're probably producing units from one of these. So it's probably a good idea to just eliminate at least one of them, and then go back to base and defend ourselves a little bit as well. So let's just continue to pump out footmen as much as possible, because we're going to get so much wood in the time that we are playing here, so obviously being able to utilize that wood in the best possible way is a good idea, wouldn't you say? Yeah, so now let's get some spearmen as well. We are getting tier 3 of melee attack as well, and I think we're pretty good. Let's just kill this as soon as possible. And we have some footmen here to defend, just in case. Yeah, it seems like they are actually coming in with spearmen as well, so hopefully we can destroy that pretty quickly. I think we have. Okay, so now we're going to have some problems, because our workers are going to take the full brunt of the assault. So I'm actually going to just build a couple more, because they're probably going to kill some. Yeah, these spearmen, they're very, very powerful, as we can see right there, so it's probably a good idea to get some of those at least. And is this guy almost done with his buildings? Yeah, he's almost done. Oh, hello there. Hello, you just met my footman. Oh, you're gonna die. You are going to die. Okay, very good. Let's get both of these hotkeyed as well. Let's put these on the top here so that they actually appear at the very top when people are actually coming up. I think that's probably gonna make more sense. And now this guy can finally get on to building the academy. And we can finally get knights, because knights are obviously going to be very, very important for us. And what we're going to do is I'm actually going to build probably a tower here and a tower there. I should probably build it on the high ground, but do I care? I'm not entirely sure. Because I don't have any archers, so it's not really making much sense for me to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm actually going to build another base over here. And we're just going to continue to pump out footmen, and we should probably get this on here. My army is under attack from somewhere, but thankfully these are spearmen, so they're going to quite easily murder these archers, or at least somewhat. There we go. Not too bad. We actually have a pretty significant army right now. And I am going to want to, as soon as that academy is unlocked, get this Blood Rush, a passive spell that gives increased movement speed until reaching a nearby targeted enemy. That is exactly the thing that we want to get for our footmen to make them into even bigger beasts. So hopefully that's going to be good. Okay, now we're getting supply blocked a little bit here as well, but that's okay. Not a problem. We should be okay with that. We're being attacked from multiple directions now as well, which is... oh, it's always very frustrating when that happens, isn't it? So let's just hotkey these guys onto Army 1. And we're going to rally all of those over there. Let's get a couple of workers onto that wood already. Now we do have a couple of places that we can technically build a temple, but I don't know whether I'm actually going to be doing that. If it's not part of the objective for the actual mission, then usually I'm not particularly swayed to do that. No reason really for it, just because I don't know. I mean, the abilities that you get from building there are pretty good, you know, they're pretty powerful, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Anyway, let's destroy this tower as soon as possible. Wow. Yeah, we're destroying these things so incredibly quickly with our melee attack 3. Speaking of that, let's get some armor for our guys, shall we? And let's start to upgrade our knights too. So let's get a whole bunch of knights. Okay, so that's fine. We've destroyed this. And let's go over here as well. Let's destroy that if we can. And I'm gonna just build another tower around here. Just gonna build a whole bunch of towers actually, because if we can build more towers, that means that technically enemy units might decide to actually attack the towers instead of attacking our buildings, and I think that's pretty good. Okay, how are we doing here so far? I think this is where the enemy actually is. I think that's where their main base is, which is pretty bad. Oh, hello. We are being attacked here as well, which is problematic. So let's just get more footmen to be built there. But as you can see, they're actually... Oh! They've brought a trebuchet. Ah, that is kind of unfortunate. Let's just kill these guys as soon as possible and then we'll head down there. My multitasking is not the greatest. Do bear that in mind. So, generally, I am not going to be too good at defending my bases. Oh dear. Okay, well, it's okay. It's okay. We've got highly upgraded units, and they are generally going to be much, much stronger than the opponent. Although, are they? Well, we're having some problems here. What are my units doing right now, actually? Because we have catapults coming in. Oh dear. This is bad. This is very bad. I'm actually kind of surprised that my units are actually not coming back here that quickly. I don't exactly know what's happening with that, but okay. Guess we'll just have to deal with it as best we can. But I'm very surprised that they did not just run down here in the way that I expected them to do so, but oh well, never mind. Okay, it's actually fine because we do have that extra base over there, so I'm not worried in any way. I think we're pretty fine as it is. Just gonna try and use my my special ability here, and then we're just going to kill all of these. Thank you very much. Okay, so I do have some spare workers. Yes, I have a whole bunch of spare workers actually, and we are now going to be building our production a little bit further away from the front line, and those guys are going to go off and do that. And now we're going to just do this. There we go. Okay, so how much is left over here? 3,000. Might make it worth it for us to actually build that over there as well. Well, whatever the case, let's just build up our army into an absolute monster army, and then we'll see where we go from there. Do we want to go for some more houses? Yeah, I think we do. Just a little bit. And do I need to do anything else? I need to probably get some ranged attack as well, because our spearmen technically are ranged, so it might make sense for us to do it like that. And you know what? Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to send these two guys, and we're actually going to get them to expand over here. Actually, let's send them to expand over there. I'm not entirely sure if the enemy is going to be aware of this or anything like that. They are, yes, they are actually killing our workers right now. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh well, never mind. It's alright. Everything is working according to plan. I planned to lose all of those. No, I didn't. No, not at all, not at all. Okay, so let's have a look here. What I'm gonna do, just gonna split my army a little bit. Gonna send these guys to go over there. They are hotkeyed on 1, and then these guys will act as a defense for this area here. So I'm actually just gonna put those guys on there, and we're just gonna hopefully, can I actually go over there now, or are there any more units that want to murder us? Maybe? Not entirely sure, but if I can go up here, we're being attacked from here, I assume. Yes, there we go. Okay, so let's just do this. Murder them! Yes! There we go. Okay, so these guys are just running off all here, which is perfectly fine. That's really good. And let's get them to go over there as well. And now we can build this. Okay, fantastic. So we've destroyed all of their camps, which is exactly what we wanted to do. And now all we need to do is ascertain where the main base of our opponent actually is. Oh, and we're actually being attacked from over here. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Oh, hello. Oh, whoa, you got murdered. By something. Okay. So far, everything's fine. Yeah, these guys are fine. There we go. Okay. So, let's get some more spearmen. And let's get some more knights. And let's just go for the final push, I suppose. Go for the final push, and then we'll see what we can do. There's the wood. Okay, so these guys can all go over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build... Oh yeah, requires additional wood. We don't actually have people with wood right now. Oh, that's great. What am I being attacked by? Oh, that. Are you serious? That catapult was able to... Oh, yeah. Yes, don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Okay, so let's put these guys on here. And these guys on here. And that is about to be done. No, don't go over there, you imbecile. There we go. You can go this way. Alright, fantastic. So now we can build one more house to max out our supply. And I think we are pretty good, but the problem is I don't have that much wood. That is a pretty big problem. But I do have two bases that are currently up and running, so I should be fine. I mean, we should be okay, but that's obviously just a very big assumption. Because, as you can see, my army is really not very large. And I'm not entirely sure where the enemy is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just send my... I think he's over here. I think he might be over there or over here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where he is actually. So I suppose we'll have to find out. Lord Barian's taking a lot of damage because I haven't been micromanaging him at all. So that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Workers are under attack from where? Oh, over there. Oh, okay, well all these guys will absolutely do fine to protect it. Okay, let's get a couple of those, and I think we're pretty good there. Okay, so... Is he over here? I doubt he's over here. He's gonna be... He's not over here either, so I think he's here. I think this is where he is. Yeah, as you can see, look, there we go. That's where he's been mining. Or gathering, shall we say. So we should probably head over there. Thankfully, I've got this little ninja base in the right here, so that's obviously making everything so much easier for us. But you can see here now, all I'm going to do is attack move. I'm just going to attack move every single time because usually that is going to be enough to get us the victory in whatever battle we face now, because we are just so incredibly powerful with all of our upgrades and everything, even though I don't have rank 3 of the armor just yet, but I don't know whether that really matters. Okay, let's do stun. Boom, there we go. So much damage. Kill all these units. Oh, he actually has another base over here as well. I should probably destroy that first. Maybe. Yeah, so now what's happening, I don't know whether you can notice that actually on the map, but you can see there's actually a whole bunch of people running across the map because I am consistently making additional units, and they're just running over because of that, which is really quite fantastic. I know that there are a number of famous StarCraft players that were very much known for doing that kind of thing, and it's always cool to see that in your own game, even if you are just a lowly casual like myself, you know. Then I think it's pretty fun to see that. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that is indeed a victory. Prince Aris was, well, very much overestimating his abilities, even though he actually almost did something pretty cool. He actually almost defeated us, but thankfully I was able to pull out a bit of a victory here. And well, I don't really have anything else to say apart from that, apart from the fact that if I was him, I probably would not have continued the assault. So does he have anything else? Seems like he does have some other places. He probably has over here. Yeah. This is also a base of his. As you can see, he's fully mined this out as well. That's pretty crazy how he was able to mine out 2 different locations. Huh. Pretty impressive, actually, that he was able to do that. But yeah, my footmen are just absolutely... they are just murdering everything. I think if you have a certain amount of footmen, they are probably going to be just so deadly as a result of that. Apart from against knights. Knights seem pretty harsh, obviously. I mean, they're very heavily armored, aren't they? But yeah, I think that's it. And I did it without catapults as well. I mean, generally I'm not one to use siege weapons at all. I don't know why that is. I guess it's just because they're, in my opinion, kind of difficult to defend. But I suppose if you can defend them, they are very powerful. So that's always something to think about. And there you go. Very nice indeed. We were able to complete 2 additional levels of the campaign. This is just insane how much content there is in Bannermen. I mean, I'm still playing the campaign. I'm on episode, I don't even know, episode 7 or 8 or something like that. And there's always more to do. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of content here. Anyway, if you'd like to check out the game, there's a link in the description if I hadn't mentioned it already. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching and for joining me, and I will see you next time.